All right. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, and I'm here for the last time in season 28.
Yes.
With Sunny Hostin.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
That's right. This is the last one.
The last podcast with Sunny.
Of the season.
Unbelievable, but we'll be back. Don't worry. All right. Today we talked on the show about Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, and we talked about how all the distractions that are happening, but also some movement is happening to getting new information, potentially. I mean, the Justice Department has now reached out to Ghislaine Maxwell. How significant is this, and what do you think? I mean, how much value can you give on anything she tells us?
You know, I actually think it's more significant than people are reporting or even paying attention to, because I've been in those rooms when you have someone that is, you're a prosecutor and you have someone that is, serving time, and they come in their orange jumpsuit, and you have them sign something that basically says, we're not offering you anything. You must tell the truth. And you could be subject to perjury for lying to a federal prosecutor. That would be 5 years in prison, yada, yada, yada. And they sign it. And then you can ask them questions. Now, think about it. If she says something like, Donald Trump, there is no Epstein list. We didn't keep any records. That would, I think, go a long way with his base. And it's, I don't want to speculate, but what if at the end of the day, she gets less time on her sentence? She gets pardoned. I don't know that.
Right. If there's a quid pro quo for what she says,
I
or
don't
even
know that the base would care about that. So this could be a way of just putting this thing to bed.
Now, devil's advocate, let's say that's what she actually has to say. And in fact, that Donald Trump had nothing to do with this. And she says that. Will that be believed by people on the left, or will they just assume that there's some hanky-panky going on? It's a tricky thing.
It's a tricky thing. And people on the left or people in the middle, independents, they may think that it's, not trustworthy. But I got to tell you, I mean, federal prosecutors use cooperators all the time.
Right, that's part of what you do.
Juries listen to cooperators, and they believe them. So that's been my experience.
What is the upside for her to participate in this? What other than getting a view of the Capitol? I mean, is there anything else?
The upside would be perhaps a pardon at the end of the day, or a reduced sentence after this comes out for cooperating.
Wow.
Sure.
No, it's so fascinating. If you had told me, we're nearing the end of our season, and if you had told me that the beginning of the season we'd be talking about Jeffrey Epstein almost every day,
no one would believe it.
No one would have believed it.
I said that when this story sort of just kept on lingering. It's like nothing seemed to bother the base. Nothing seemed to bother his supporters. Nothing that he did. But this one thing, for some reason, bothers them.
And it's a bipartisan issue because
it's becoming a bipartisan issue. I got to tell you, I don't think that the Democrats really cared about this until they realized that his base cares about it.
Now, why do you think that is? Do you think it's because they didn't think there was any big conspiracy?
Yeah, I think they're just being opportunistic. Remember, it wasn't the Democrats that pushed this conspiracy theory about Epstein. It was actually the Republicans and Donald Trump.
Right.
And so I don't think they cared about it at all. They're seeing political expediency. They're seeing an opportunity here, and they're jumping on it. It's not stupid.
Joy said on the show this week, and I agree with her, that if there are Democrats on any purported list, then bring them to justice.
Bring everybody out.
And do it. And
bring everybody out.
And all the names that are bandied about and rumored about have all denied it. But
bring everybody out.
There's no concern that in your part that we're going to find the name of somebody.
No, if there is a list and everyone's,
verifiable, real list as opposed to
list,
the stuff that's been online and things like that.
This was a huge pedophilia ring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bring these people to justice. This is what
I'm
you did for a
sex
living.
crimes prosecutor. Bring, if there is a list with people that are abused young women and children, I want that list.
Absolutely. All right, let's switch gears here and talk about something that was fun.
Yes.
We had our new neighbor, Mark Consuelos, on the show today.
He's great, isn't he?
He was terrific. He was such a good guest.
Great.
It's been my experience that television hosts make the best talk show guests across the board, whether it's Jimmy Fallon or David Letterman or
good.
Howard Stern, people like that. Yeah.
I didn't say this on air, but we go to the U.S. Open together almost every year.
You've told me about this before.
Yeah, and so I know Mark personally, and our kids went to school together, actually. Two out of the three kids attended the same schools that my kids went to, and my son knows his daughter. And they're a great family. They're a lot of fun. And I often say this about Kelly. Kelly is extremely talented at what she does. She can speak to a wall and have a full-on conversation. I got to tell you, at the U.S. Open, she is so much fun. We talk about everything. I've hung out with her at Anderson Cooper's place. So much fun. I think that's why he likes her so much, because Anderson is actually kind of quiet.
Right.
He's a bit of an introvert, and she just brings it out in you. She is a lot of fun. And I did not know that he was that fun, because quite frankly, when they're together, she sort of takes
She's more of an extrovert?
Space. Yeah, she's more of an extrovert. But today on the show, I started thinking, man, he is just as funny,
very
communicative, charming. Like, I get their dynamic now, and I get just how talented he is at doing this.
Now, I mean, and that's a very hard show to do, because the way they start that show, it is much like you
They're
guys
just
when
talking,
it's unscripted.
It's almost like talking to a wall.
Right. And to do that with your husband every morning. You would think, I mean, eventually I run out of things to talk to my wife about. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I could do it with Manny.
Yeah, it'd be hard.
Well, he's very introverted, but I mean, that would be very difficult to work with your husband every single day, go home to your husband every single day. I mean, they've been together, almost 30 years, or been married almost 30 years. They've been together longer than that. But wow, it works for them. And you know what else? He gave me some relief about this empty nesting thing that I'm going through, because I'm still sort of traumatized over it.
Right. No, I was thinking of you when that question came up.
Yeah, I'm still sort of traumatized, but it's true. You can now go on vacation and not take a trip, even though when I go away with my
You
children,
love going away with your family.
It's still kind of like
they're
a trip,
at fun ages.
They are, but I do a lot of the logistics and stuff. So they're kidults, I call them. They're not really adulting yet. But the fact of the matter is, you do kind of have a lot of fun. Like, Manny and I are just going away this weekend, spur of the moment.
That's
Although
great.
Gabriel's now tagging
Okay.
along.
So your nest isn't completely empty. Now, my very first, my second internship, and I was very young, was for Live with Regis and Kathy Lee.
Regis also can talk to a wall, and can Kathy Lee.
I was going to say, and that show was so good, and they were so great at what they did, that when Kelly came in, a lot of people didn't think that it could work without those two.
She's got it.
She's got it too. She's got that thing, and she's had it with every version
Sherry
of that
Shepherd
show.
Sherry can talk to a wall
Sherry
too.
Shepherd's
I've
good
hung
too.
out with her.
Rumor has it I was the worst intern in Live history, also apparently, and that
Really?
they still talk about it to this day.
Why?
I always worry about that. I enjoyed chatting with the celebrities a little more than I should have. If I'm going to be honest. I was very young.
I can see that.
Yeah,
though.
I was very young. I was a little immature. I was 18 years old.
It's almost like the made-up Bry Guy thing that you do.
The Bry Guy thing is not made up. Should we talk about this? Or are we going to save this?
It's kind of made up.
All right, we're going to talk about this. I'm doing it right now.
It's made up,
So
Brian.
today I was surprised after the show with an audience filled with Bry Guys and a proclamation that today was Bry Guy Appreciation Day.
But
There
it wasn't
were-
organic.
All right, well, we're gonna
because
say-
they had big signs, and they had been invited to the show specifically and lured to the show, Brian.
My understanding
by
is they were not
One
lured
Iota.
to the show.
They were lured. There was a questionnaire. They could get tickets to come to the View
If they could
the
show that
final
they're
week
true
of
Bry
the
Guys.
season if they could give reasons why they are Bry Guys. And so 40 of them got tickets to the View for filling that out.
According to
and
this
if you look
proclamation-
at some of the reasons,
Wednesday,
really
July
can.
23rd is officially now the View Bry Guy Day. This
know.
was very
It's
exciting,
not-
and some of the comments from the audience were really lovely.
It's not a
I would
thing.
love to celebrate the genius of Brian Teta in person.
You see what I'm saying? They were trying to get tickets to the View.
I love the show. Brian is very compassionate with the staff. I am very
it's
compassionate
not
with the staff.
organic.
I am sincerely so impressed with Brian's ability to adapt to and communicate with
fake
each
it's
co-host.
like a fake
no,
holiday.
it was amazing. We have photos, which I assume you'll put up now. And it was wonderful. I was very touched by it, and I loved it very much. And thank you to everybody involved. And it was wonderful. It was very, very nice. You know, my birthday's in August. I don't usually get to celebrate my birthday with the whole staff, and this was kind of that too. And it was very nice.
It was like a plan.
You all left, by the way. All the producers, all the hosts
like
left.
A planned thing. It
except
wasn't real.
It wasn't planned by me. It was planned by people who love me, and I thank you very much. That's all I have to say about that.
Did Summer?
No, Summer had nothing to do with it and was making a face.
That?
No, it was people who actually care for me. It was Sydney, who runs our
Sydney?
audience team.
Oh, the person who runs the audience team made up this fake holiday to get alleged Bry Guys to come.
Why can't you let me have this?
I can't.
Let me have this.
It's just not,
I have so little.
It's not real.
All right.
You don't want a participation trophy. You don't.
No, it's
you
real.
know, I don't let my kids win at games, and when they win and they beat me, it's real for them, and they love it. you want this to be organic, Brian.
I
You
have
want this to be
created
real.
this out of nothing.
It's
the force of my personality.
The Bry Guy thing is not.
It's
real.
real. People
the podcast
love
is
it.
real.
The podcast is real, and the podcast is a success.
It's
mostly
success.
for you guys, but there are people that enjoy hearing from me.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. So we were all shocked, and this is actually very sad and real. Malcolm-Jamal Warner passed away this week. I was lucky enough to meet him. I know you knew him in a real way.
Yeah.
The Cosby Show is such a big part of both of our childhoods.
Absolutely.
And
that was when appointment television was really appointment television.
That was the original must-see TV,
Yes.
8 o'clock on NBC.
Yes, it really was.
It was just every episode was so good, especially those early years
The
of that
writing.
show. So smart. You talked about what it meant to you to see a family of color succeeding on
Yes.
television. This wasn't Good Times. This was something different.
I mean, Good Times was in the projects where I was. You know, it was funny, but it was difficult to watch for me at least sometimes. And when I saw this, I thought a black doctor married to his wife is a black lawyer, and they live in this amazing brownstone, and their kids are going through things that kids go through, and they're handling it in such a funny way and a warm way, and for me it seemed like a very authentic way. I was just blown away because there were so many stereotypes of black people in particular, that that we aren't professionals, that we don't go to college, that we don't, fathers aren't in the home raising their children. And I saw this and thought, see, this thing is real, or at the very least, this thing is possible. And I will tell you now, looking back in hindsight, our friends call us the Huxtables, because my husband is a black doctor and I am a black lawyer. And we parent our kids a lot like they parented. So I just it meant a lot to me, and I started dating someone that was appearing on the show.
Cockroach.
Carl Anthony Payne, yes.
Cockroach to me.
And he introduced me to everyone, and I got to sit in the audience. I got these really cool pins that I still have. I haven't shown them to you. And Malcolm was the warmest to me.
That's great.
On the set. The warmest. And I was kind of starstruck, to be honest with you. He was wonderful. And then we actually all went out. I was on a date. We all went out. And Chris Rock actually wasn't as famous as he is now, of course. But he was there, too. I mean, I was like in like Alice in Wonderland. It was absolutely amazing.
I saw an interview from the Happy Gilmore red carpet, because I had forgotten Adam Sandler was part of the crew that hung out with Theo on the Cosby Show in those days too.
It was an unbelievable experience for me. I had no idea that I would ever be doing television or anything like that.
I've become friends with Raven over the years, and so I'll occasionally. I mean, she was so young on that show, but she was such a star from the second she started on it.
Such a star.
It was a really important show, and
I still hold on to the aspirational nature of that show,
of what was created.
Of what was created.
No, I mean, I didn't know anything about historically black colleges until I saw A Different World as a kid.
Changed
it's
perception. It changed societal perception. I mean, that's huge. That's when you know that it's like the magic of TV.
Yeah, no, I learned a lot from watching The Cosby Show.
Right?
I absolutely did. All right, so let's continue on down the line here. There was a story on the list today about being a sore loser. This person said, I'm just bringing this up for no reason. I'm not implying you're a sore loser, of course. I play competitive tennis, and I realize that when I play, I have a negative, lingering, outsized reaction to losing. When I lose, I try to reframe it less as a defeat and more as a what did I learn today? That's very evolved. Yet my mind leads me back to despair and rumination on my mistakes. Some people don't seem to be derailed by losing. How can I develop a healthier relationship to defeat? Now, I'm not sure you're the right person to ask about this, nor am I.
I'm sorry. I was just about to say I am the absolutely wrong person to speak on this or give any kind of advice.
But do you understand how they feel? I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm still upset about Jeopardy.
Right.
And I believe that may have been over 5 years.
I was going to say the difference between this person and you is I'm not so sure that you think about what you could have done differently. You think about who's to blame. Because it's not you.
All the things. I actually think about all the things.
Yes.
Like I don't learn from it. Like, I don't.
What about getting you back on Jeopardy? Is it still
They
too raw?
invited me back.
I know, and you didn't go.
No.
I think you should go.
No, I'm not going.
Anna went. It didn't go well for her either.
And it didn't go well.
No. I think you could do very well. And I think, no.
Nope. I went back on the chef thing.
Chopped?
Chopped.
Yes.
3 times.
Yes.
Made it to the final round.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't take away the prize. You know what someone told me?
What?
One of the producers was like, the other person just had a better story.
Yeah. I mean, it is TV. You got to remember
I didn't
that
like
it's
that.
TV.
I
No.
didn't like that. And then the story became, I'm a sore loser. And they kept on inviting me back.
What about the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune? Would you do that?
No.
No.
No. The only thing that I have thought of is Celebrity Family Feud.
Well, I'm very
because
interested
the
in that.
Hostins could crush it.
Okay, so the Hostins would be great. You're 100% right.
We would crush it.
You're 100% right. I've thought about it in the context of, man, it'd be kind of fun if The View went on there together.
No. Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
No, because if I lose, I'm going to be really upset with one of the co-hosts.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be my fault.
No, of course not. Why would it be? No, that is...
It's not going to work out for our dynamic.
No. That I would enjoy the View on Celebrity Family Feud.
We could do well.
I think we could too.
The two of us.
Yeah, I think we could too. I think we kind of fill in each other's blind spots a little bit.
The other ones,
yeah.
So sure.
Well, you know,
Anna.
Nope. No, Anna's pop culture is a mess for her. I think, yeah, it's tricky. It's
the other ones, I'm not sure.
No.
So, and then I'm going to get upset. And then there's just going to be, division. We all like each other now. Leave it at that.
The trick with Celebrity Family Feud is it's all about what 100 regular people think of something. Yeah. None of you are regular people. You started as regular people, but you've all been evolved into different people.
But I'm close to my roots.
I think that's true.
I still have my friends from the Bronx.
But
they keep me real.
And with respect, you just have blind spots. Like, for instance, you've never seen an episode of Friends or Seinfeld ever in your life. That is something, you've met these people, you've socialized with some of them, but these are things that are massively popular across America that you just don't necessarily
those
get.
Weren't my jam.
No.
So but I've seen Girlfriends.
Yeah, sure, as have I. But I'm just, listen, Martin, love it. I'm not saying it's not a black-white thing. I'm just saying that there are, But
see, I kind of do watch a lot of like cultural shows, like black shows.
But 100 people at random, I don't know if you're going to be exactly there with them.
Yeah, so I may, but that's why the two of us together, we could do it.
Now, Whoopi, Whoopi out of 100 regular people, I don't think she's going to be.
I don't know. I think Whoopi would be good too.
Okay.
She's an EGOT. She knows everything about film and television.
That's true.
And comedy.
That's true.
She knows everything, and she goes to the supermarket.
That's true.
So she could be good too.
If it's about Nazis, then Joy's got it. It also depends on the categories.
It has anything to do with Germany. Or history.
All right, let's talk more about English. This. I do agree that the Hostin family together would do great. And maybe we should work on that. I like that. Crush it. All right, before we go, we asked this question to Joy yesterday, and I thought I'd get your thoughts.
Okay.
Over your time at The View, what are some of the moments you look back on the most fondly or feel the most nostalgic about? I know those aren't the ones that come to mind right away, but what are the ones?
I really, looking back on it, it was really very special that I got to work with Barbara Walters and Bill Getty, who have both passed away. And I maintained a relationship with Bill Getty, as you know.
Yeah, you worked with him on another show.
Yeah, I worked with him on another show. When he became the executive producer of Tamron Hall, he had me on almost every week. And he gave me a lot of advice when I started here on the show. Mm-hmm. So I look back on that with a lot of nostalgia. And also, I was just thinking the other day, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, but that's a big one for me.
Yeah, we had a really good connection. And I don't know if you know this, so much so that his team reached out to me to interview him at Howard University.
I remember when that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
He felt that comfortable with me. And all the while, I didn't know he was sick. I had no idea. So I actually hung out with Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, at Howard University, where he graduated from. And hung out with him, not just interviewed him.
No, you got to know him.
But got to know him.
Yeah.
What other job would allow that to happen?
No, when you actually, and it comes so fast. I mean, often we joke about the fact you can't remember who was on the show yesterday.
Yeah. It's been 9 seasons for me.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of the people.
Blend.
I had to ask you recently if that fake YouTube thing.
Yeah, about you having a fight with Denzel Washington.
I was like, I don't remember Denzel being on the show. Maybe he was on the show, and
No.
you had to tell me that he had not been on the show while I was here.
No, there are 5 of those every day. Joy
No
and
idea.
Julia Roberts had a blowout. Apparently,
was like-
yeah. I like that they give us A-list guests when they're having the fights.
I mean,
do
I met
appreciate that.
Denzel
Yeah.
when he did Good Morning America, and
Yeah.
I was doing legal correspondent work for them, but I did not remember interviewing him on The View, and I did not.
I would,
interview him on
in
The
fact,
View.
love for Denzel to come on the show, and I would.
Yes.
I can guarantee you will not fight with him if that happens.
I won't.
Definitely not. All right. Well, that's all the time we have today. But
Okay.
thank you for joining me today, Sunny.
Thank you, Brian.
We have a programming note. So after Thursday's episode, Behind the Table will be on summer break until September. But follow The View on your favorite social platforms for updates. You can also come back and listen to all the episodes you missed because there's
That's
a lot of them
true.
now. We got
That's
a
true.
good thing going on here. And tomorrow I'll be back with our final episode of the season with Anna Navarro, which means I guess this is the last time I'm going to talk because tomorrow she'll just do 30 minutes straight.
She's funny.
She's the best. Thank you very much. We'll see you then.